Hideaki S. was born in Tokyo, Japan, on May 10, 1985, into a family with a deep passion for sports. His father was a former track and field athlete, and his mother was a professional tennis player. It was no surprise that Hideaki's early years were immersed in athleticism. Growing up in a household where physical activity was prioritized, he developed a love for sports from a young age. From the outset, Hideaki showed an exceptional aptitude for various sports. His first love was soccer, and by the age of 8, he had joined a local youth soccer league. It was here that his competitive spirit began to shine, although he showed an early interest in sports outside of soccer, including swimming and martial arts. However, it was not until the age of 13, when Hideaki was introduced to track and field at school, that he discovered his true calling. His remarkable agility, speed, and natural athleticism quickly caught the attention of his coaches, who recognized his potential. In his early teens, Hideaki began training seriously in sprinting, particularly the 100-meter and 200-meter events. He was determined to make his mark, and by the time he reached high school, his performances had become exceptional. A series of victories at local competitions set the stage for what would later be a remarkable athletic career. Rise to prominence. Hideaki's breakthrough came at the age of 18, when he made his national debut at the Japanese Junior Championships. There, he competed in the 100-meter race, finishing in a time that placed him within the top 10 in Japan for his age group. This performance attracted the attention of several professional coaches, and Hideaki was soon offered an athletic scholarship to one of Japan's most prestigious universities. At university, Hideaki's talent flourished. Under the guidance of world-class coaches, he honed his sprinting technique and significantly improved his endurance. His academic background in sports science also gave him a deeper understanding of physical conditioning, which he used to his advantage. By the age of 22, Hideaki had established himself as one of Japan's leading sprinters, breaking several national records in both the 100-meter and 200-meter events. In 2008, Hideaki made his international debut at the Asian Athletics Championships in Kuwait. Competing against the best sprinters from across the continent, he secured a silver medal in the 200-meter race, solidifying his position as one of Japan's top athletes. Over the next few years, Hideaki's performances continued to improve, and he began to make waves on the world stage. Peak of career and main achievements. The period between 2010 and 2014 marked the peak of Hideaki S's career. During these years, he consistently placed in the top ranks at international competitions, making him one of the fastest sprinters in the world. He became known for his explosive starts and remarkable top-end speed, attributes that allowed him to compete at the highest levels of global sprinting. In 2010, Hideaki competed in the IAF World Athletics Championships held in Berlin, Germany, where he ran a personal best time of 9.88 seconds in the 100 meters, placing him among the top sprinters in the world. This achievement was a major milestone in his career, and it was clear that Hideaki had the potential to compete for a medal at the Olympic Games. His crowning achievement came in 2012 at the London Olympics. After a grueling qualification process, Hideaki secured his spot in both the 100-meter and 200-meter events. His performance in the 100 meters was nothing short of extraordinary. In a nail-biting final, Hideaki finished in 4th place, narrowly missing out on a medal. However, his time of 9.85 seconds was the fastest time ever recorded by a Japanese sprinter at the Olympic Games, setting a new national record. In the 200-meter event, Hideaki bounced back to claim the silver medal, a performance that cemented his place in the history books as one of Japan's greatest sprinters. His time of 1960 seconds was not only a personal best, but also a new Asian record. Hideaki's achievement was seen as a significant breakthrough for Japan in sprinting, a sport that had long been dominated by athletes from the United States, Jamaica, and other nations. Following his Olympic success, Hideaki enjoyed a series of victories at major international competitions, including the World Championships and the Asian Games. He won gold in the 200-meter event at the 2014 Asian Games in Incheon, South Korea, and was also part of Japan's victorious 4R 100-meter relay team, helping his country secure a gold medal in front of a home crowd. Decline and final years. By 2015, Hideaki's career began to experience a slow decline. At the age of 30, he was still one of the fastest sprinters in the world, but injuries began to take their toll. A recurring hamstring injury, which had plagued him since his early 20s, became a persistent issue, affecting his training and performances. Despite numerous attempts to recover, Hideaki's speed began to diminish, and his times in major competitions started to drop. In 2016, Hideaki made the difficult decision to withdraw from the Rio Olympics due to ongoing injury concerns. It was a heart-wrenching decision for the athlete, who had spent years working toward competing in the Games, but he knew that he could not perform at his best. This marked the beginning of the end of his competitive career. Hideaki continued to race for a few more years, but his results were no longer as impressive as they once had been. In 2018, at the age of 33, he officially retired from professional athletics. He left behind an extraordinary legacy in Japanese track and field, having broken national records, won numerous international medals, and achieved a level of success that inspired generations of athletes. Post-retirement and legacy. Following his retirement, Hideaki S transitioned into a coaching role. He became involved in training the next generation of Japanese sprinters, passing on the knowledge and experience he had accumulated over his illustrious career. His approach to coaching was rooted in scientific principles and a deep understanding of the biomechanics of sprinting, which made him highly respected in the athletic community. Hideaki also became a popular figure in the media, regularly appearing on sports talk shows and offering commentary on major athletics events. His insights into sprinting and his down-to-earth personality made him a beloved figure in Japan, where he was regarded not only as a great athlete but also as a role model for young people aspiring to excel in sports. Throughout his career, Hideaki broke down barriers for Japanese athletes in track and field. He was a trailblazer who proved that athletes from Japan could compete at the highest level of sprinting. His performances, particularly his Olympic silver medal in 2012, remain a source of national pride, and his influence on the sport in Japan is undeniable. Hideaki S passed away peacefully in 2023 at the age of 38, following a brief illness. His death was met with an outpouring of tributes from fans and athletes alike, who remembered him for his extraordinary talent, dedication, and impact on the world of athletics. Today, Hideaki S is remembered as one of Japan's greatest ever sprinters, a national hero whose achievements transcended the track and inspired generations to come.